There's the stop of the forward progress, and oh boy, you can see him go down and hit the back of the head on the turf.
Yeah, that's a shot, too. And tonight, the NFL facing tough questions as to why that St. Louis Rams quarterback was kept in yesterday's game against the Ravens after his head hit that ground very hard on a tackle. At no point did the coaches or the NFL spotters, whose job it is to look at that sort of thing specifically, remove quarterback Case Keenum from the game. And it was later determined that he did indeed suffer a concussion on that impact. And the concussion issue isn't just something for the NFL to deal with. Local high school football teams will battle it out for state championship titles this weekend.
A Contact KY3 investigation shows there are helmets labeled safer than others. Ashley Reynolds reveals kids play by the same rules, but not with all the same helmets.
School pride and the love for the game is the essence of high school football. This is the most important game of the season for the Aurora Hound Dogs.
Let's go get it, man.
And Logan Halfhill, number 78, can't be on the field.
It was exhilarating, just, to hear his name on the intercom with, Halfhill with the tackle, and it was incredible.
I needed to stop playing this year.
It was over before anyone knew it.
He didn't know, therefore the coaches didn't know, so nobody even really knew until hours later.
I was having really bad headaches, like a migraine, and I was getting really dizzy when I stood up.
Halfhill had a concussion. He followed doctor's orders, a week of rest. Then it was game time.
I heard it, so I knew it was a hard hit.
Another blow.
I took off my helmet, and I was just like rubbing my head because I didn't know whether or not I did, and I played the rest of that game, too.
Adrenaline wore off. Reality kicked in.
He couldn't even move in bed without blacking out. When they asked him the date, he was 3 days after the fact and said it was 2014.
You've only got one head. He gets great grades in school, and that's not something we're willing to risk.
Yeah. We love the game, but it's not worth our kid.
Studies show high school football players are twice as likely to sustain a head injury than a college player. Their only defense is a helmet. Manufacturers are trying to keep up with faster and stronger kids. Researchers at Virginia Tech created a 5-star helmet rating scale. Depending on what helmet you use, you might be able to reduce your concussion risk by as much as 50%.
Basically, how much is that helmet going to cushion the impact?
Contact KY3 asked 20 school districts, what make and model are students wearing? 11 districts responded to our survey. Only one school district, Branson, showed all their helmets have a 5-star rating.
Oh, if there's a crack, we're going to get them a different helmet.
Depending on the brand, a helmet's life is about 10 years. Prices range from $200 to $600. Manufacturers recommend reconditioning or sprucing up helmets. Reconditioning can cost up to $80 per helmet.
There's nothing really in stone that says, hey, you have to have them done every year. We're going to do ours every year.
The length of hair will alter the fit of a helmet. There's other variables to really be more concerned about rather than whether it's a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star rating.
Mercy Sports Medicine doctors say the star rating system is good information, but not a touchdown for safety assurance.
How much of a blow is too much, or what will incur a concussive episode? We can't tell you that at this point. If you have a 2-star rated helmet, my question is it properly fitted?
When a player is diagnosed with a concussion, they must have a doctor's note to get back in the game. This is the 7-day return to play form. There's no equipment check.
He may be physically better, but he gets back out there with a bad helmet, and even a hit that's not hard could spiral him back down.
School districts make the call on the amount of money spent on helmets.
If there was a blanket policy, I think that would probably help. You were required to spend this much money per helmet.
Not all teams have a medical professional on the field. Schools pay a portion of their salary. Athletic trainers typically determine if a player can stay in the game.
It's really made it easier on coaches, to be honest with you.
It's not clear what caused Halfhill's 2 concussions, but he plans to take all precautions and get back on the field next season.
Seemed like it had a big opportunity, like thinking about my future.
Do your own helmet check on KY3.com. We have a link to the 5-star rating system, including helmet ratings for other sports. For Contact KY3, I'm Ashley Reynolds.